Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on the vibes plus energy that you give off to men, to him, to that divine masculine energy. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. Meditate here on the three piles and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. The vibes and energy you give off to men, to him. I am going to share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So I can see here that your energy, it naturally attracts you to the card representing the Ace of Swords. And this is about your intellect. The Swords energy also represents air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius could be in your sun, moon, or rising, the planet Venus, or the seventh house of relationships in your astrological birth chart. This could also be the prominent air energy signs of the men who you give off a vibe of being a very intellectual person. They get the feeling that you are very smart, very intelligent, and they also feel like your mental capacity is very clear. So there is no fog when it comes to seeing him for who he is. And that's the energy that you do give off. Like he cannot pull the wool over your eyes. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes plus energy do you give off? The Fool card. So with the Fool card, this is about you being, taking fresh chances, new hope, charting new paths. Like you're very adventurous. He sees that with the Fool card. It's also about you don't have a problem taking chances. You will take a risk, okay? When it comes to something that you want, you will go after it, even if you have to go a different way. It's also about beginnings. So you don't have a problem starting over. He knows that. And if you have to start over with someone new, so be it. That's what you'll do. So it's really about your courage and the bravery that you do have and that self-confidence you have when it comes to doing something new, taking a chance, going down a new path. That's that energy you are giving him. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes plus energy do you give off? Vibes plus energy. The Hermit. So I love the Hermit card showing up. With the Hermit card, this is about how he definitely can pick up that you don't mind being alone. You actually enjoy being by yourself. It gives you great, solitude is very good for you. And you know that. So that's why you love it. But with the Hermit energy, it's also about you growing spiritually. And he gets the feeling that you are really on a quest when it comes to, inner reflection, knowing yourself, and going in for spiritual illumination. So you do not have a problem at all being this hermit energy, staying home by yourself, going to the movies, going on trips. he definitely picks up that energy. Let's get more insight. What vibes and energy do you give off to men? What vibes and energy do you give off? You have here healthy choices. I love the healthy choice card coming out, especially immediately after the hermit card showed up. This is a nice confirmation because, see, the hermit card is about you putting yourself first. It's about self-care. So with healthy choices coming out, laying naturally under the hermit card, that's a huge confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So he definitely can pick up that you make healthy choices, and that's by the way that you look, that vibrant energy and radiance that you do exude. And it's also about how you live in your life, how you love life. You know, he gets a vibe that you have a high self-value, self-worth, you know who you are, self-love. He picks up that you have a daily self-care routine, and that routine is inspired by you seeking happiness. So he knows that you take care of yourself very well. If it comes to like walking every day, some sort of exercise, meditation, green drinks that you do make for yourself, watching who you share your energy and your space with, he picks that up, that you value your mind, your body, and your spirit. Let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? The vibes. And you have here, Fox, clever. The Fox Clever card is in great correlation with the Ace of Swords card, with your intellect, your intelligence. And I'm happy to see that. Thank you, Spirit. So he knows that he cannot trick you. There is no way that he can just tell you anything and you're going to fall for it. So he knows that if he comes towards you, he have to come correct because you are very swift and smart. He can pick up that you have solutions to problems and they are not far away. As a matter of fact, they are easily found when it comes to you and this Fox cleverness. And he can feel that you always listen to your instincts, your intuition. Okay. And when they're also, he knows that, see, when it comes to resources, you are this Fox clever energy. You're very resourceful. But also he can pick up that you're definitely open to a romance. You're open to someone sharing their resources with you as well. So yes, you can get your own bag, but you can have someone to get a bag for you as well. It's just that you're very picky. And again, you're very wise. You're clever here. And he picks up this Fox energy about you. Let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? Vibes plus energy. The Tower card. So with the Tower card showing up, this is definitely about enlightenment. See? Being very aware of your surroundings. Aware when he, again, is expressing himself. When he tries to tell you something that you obviously know is false and, that is just not the way the story goes. But a lot of times you don't say anything. But also he can pick up that if he pushes your buttons a little too hard, then there will be a price to pay. I feel like your price that you would pay to him is just simply cutting him off. And he can feel that. Like with this Tower energy, there will be great ruin with that relationship if he betrays your trust or is dishonest or disloyal in any way. Let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? And you have here the ascendant entrance. With the ascendant, this is about the rising sign in a birth chart. And so with the ascendant, this is the entrance. So how you appear, the way that you appear. See, he looks at your physicality. And with that, the energy that you do have is expressed through your appearance. So it's about how you take care of yourself really well and how you exude great confidence. This is what he picks up. He picks up that there is no way that he could ever play you just by your appearance and how you represent yourself, the way that you speak, the way that you dress. Your physicality is very strong. You're very sure of yourself. Your poise, okay, the way that you walk. He picks up that, hey, I cannot play with her and I know it. So that's really about self-confidence, self-love, self-assurance, self-respect, and unconditional love for yourself. And I do love the ascendant card showing up, especially with the correlation with the Fox, clever, and the healthy choices. You put yourself first, and he knows that about you, as you should, because you cannot care for anyone until you care for yourself. So group one, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group two, and welcome to your reading. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? I'm going to share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So I can clearly see here that your energy, it attracts you here to the card representing the Ace of Wands. And this is a fiery energy here, creativity. And those fire signs represented in that wand energy is Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And the sun, moon, or rising, the seventh house of relationships, or the planet Venus in your astrological birth chart, or the top placements in the men's birth chart who find these vibes and energy exuding from you. So let's get more insight on this Ace of Wands. Let me tell you, I'm picking up that he feels like he really gets a vibe that you're a very inspirational person, very uplifting. You have a positive mindset. And he also, there is an urgency about you that you are giving off to him. But this urgency is about creation. It's about creativity and how you really want to express yourself in the most opulent, creative way, okay? It has to go down with you when it comes to productivity. No one can hold you back. You are this fiery soul here that really wants to burn an impression, when it comes to creativity. It's kind of like wood stamping, how you can see an image burned into a piece of wood, and that image is so beautiful, like a lotus flower or a rose or even the sunset stamped into a piece of wood. This is really that urgent energy to create that you give off to him. Let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? The third house, communication. I love the third house and communication showing up. I do want to point out that the third house is ruled by the sign of Gemini. So Gemini, that air sign energy, communicator, definitely could be in the top placements of your birth chart or the birth chart of men who pick up the vibe that you are a wonderful communicator. Okay, it also, the third house rules over siblings, so they feel like you could definitely have, a sibling or siblings that you do communicate with very well. You have a close connection with a sibling or siblings. Also, I want to point out that with the third house, air sign energy, you know what? They pick up that they can have a really nice conversation with you. And it's like they can talk to you about almost anything under the sun. There's no subject off limits when it comes to him, relating to you or discussing something with you. So they feel like, yes, it's an open communication that they are picking up about your personality. So let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? And you have here that 10 of Wands. So with the 10 of Wands, let's point out fire energy, Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands. So 2 Wands card in the first row of your reading. 10 of Wands is giving me the insight that you could have a lot going on. They pick that up. Like you take a lot on, you put a lot on your plate, okay? And that you could be exhausted from the things, projects, people that you're dealing with, taking on other people's problems, and just trying to help the people that are close to you solve things. It feels like you could be stressed a lot or maybe burdened with something. Okay, so Spirit is definitely pointing out that energy here. And I'm getting a clear message from Spirit that really it's all about when it comes to your projects, because you're a very creative person. You want to do quite a few things. You may have a job, but you also may be expressing your creative gifts and talents. Spirit wants you to know that it's all about relaxation in the doing. So whatever it is that you're doing, relax about it. Be very calm and, really stay into that meditation zone that you have been looking into recently. Stay there. So he gets this ideal and this vibe that you are a go-getter, honey, but you could be burning the candle at both ends. So Spirit wants you to relax and really just focus on living in the moment and focus and know that you only can do one thing at a time. And with that knowing, relax and know that all is well. Let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? You have here Axe. So you give off the vibe that you will cut him off if he shows you any sort of disloyalty. You can break up. You don't have no problem with that because, see, you don't want to carry any weight. You have carried a lot when it comes to relationships, and you will break up. You will have to stop the pattern, and you will cut it with the axe. Also, this is about the silent treatment. So he can definitely pick up that you will stop talking, and go into this silent mode. And it's about retreat for you. It's about really protecting your energy. And he picks that up, that you can be very silent. But for you, it's about guarding your mind, your body, and your spirit. I do feel like this has something to do with abandonment issues, and you do not want to feel that energy. So he can definitely pick that up. Let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? The energy. What vibes? And you have here the 8 of Wands. You have so much fire energy and creativity showing up here in your reading. 3 wand cards. Ace of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So with the Eight of Wands, I do want to point out that the Eight of Wands is about isolation. The message that Spirit just gave us with the Axe card showing up. So that's a wonderful confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So it's about isolation, self-imposed restrictions. You do not mind being alone. As a matter of fact, it's something you treasure. You love it. And he can pick that up about you. And I feel like men are very threatened when it comes to you being comfortable with being by yourself because they feel like you don't need them, which is actually very empowering for you because especially when it's someone that has tried to manipulate you or, control you with their attendance in your life. When you take your power back by isolating yourself from this energy, that gives you the mastery over yourself. And so he can pick up this self-mastery about you. Let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? Loon, intuitive, going within, so much intuition, how you can read him like a book. You know the situation. You can pick up vibes in a room. When you walk into a room full of people, you know the overall vibe. And specifically when he comes, in close contact with you, see, it's about listening to the song in your soul. So whatever that tune is playing with inside of you, that is how you can read this guy. So if it's like this discorded tune or harmonizing tune, you can say, hey, you know what, he's cool. I can gel with him. I can communicate with him. Okay? And he knows that you have a high intuition, very highly intuitive. And the intuition is ruled by the moon. And the moon rules over the sign of Cancer. So Cancer could definitely be in the top placement of your birth chart or the birth chart of these men that do pick up your intuitive qualities. And you know what I love about the Loon card showing up? It's about how you're able to emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. And so that solitude and busyness theme came up twice in your reading. And so I love this as a confirmation here. Also, he recognizes that you are very unique. There's something about you that is definitely different from other divine feminine energy. He can also get the vibe that you are loved. There is someone or a group of people that love you so dearly and they have your back that he knows he better not mess with you. But he also feels like, see, this guy is tapped in to spirituality. He may not practice what he knows, but he's tapped into spirituality and he knows that you are guided and loved and protected by source energy. Yes, the universe does have your back and he knows that about you. Let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? The vibes and the energy. Seven of Wands. Oh my goodness. So many Wands card. Challenging. You're very courageous. He knows that. And he cannot challenge you because you're just not going to give him the time of day. You're not going to waste your time bickering with a rivalry with him. And with this Seven of Wands showing up, this is about self-defense. You have your guard up. You are protecting yourself, okay? You do not want to be drained. So he picks it up. Your face is your resting face, it's not anger, but it's very assured. It's very stern. And he knows this about you. So your defenses are always up because, see, you have been challenged before in a previous relationship. So now you can see clearer now because the rain has gone. And this is really what he is picking up about you. Your defenses are up. You are protecting your mind, body, and spirit, protecting yourself against any naysayers, doubters, or haters. And best of all, you're not giving them your energy. You're not feeding into that negativity that causes you to be drained so much. So this is because of this Ten of Wands energy, those burdens that you feel you have had to carry. Spirit is just wanting to give you a clear signal here to rest your mind. Meditation is the answer for you. And I just really needed to inject that message. And because, these vibes and the energy is real. And so if he's picking up this energy, it's because it is definitely something that not only he could pick up, but it's people close to you as well. And that energy is a part of your physicality and how you go about in your daily life, the choices you make, how you allow yourself to be free flowing, and your ideals. So yes, he can see you're a go-getter. You don't have a problem taking care of yourself, but he also can see that your heart is very warm and very pure. And you are trusting in nature, but yet and still, you do have your defenses up. So group 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 3, and welcome to your reading. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? I'm going to share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So I can clearly see here that your energy, it naturally attracts you to the card representing the Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune, I am picking up that men who do view you, they feel like just immediately that if they could connect with you in a romantic sense, in a relationship, that it would be a turning of luck for them. Like they would be so lucky to be with you. I do feel like they pick up a vibe that you are very risk taker. You will take a chance when it comes to your goals, your career, and even you'll risk, getting into a relationship with someone that you're not sure whether or not he is for you. You'll just take a chance. So let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? The Hanged Man, wisdom. So yes, he can pick up that you're very wise. You have knowledge in various areas. You love to communicate about, things that you find out. He can pick up the vibe that you are a seeker. You like to search, and just get a different perspective on things. It's not that you don't feel like you know it all. You're the opposite. You're kind of like the person that says, well, I don't know. But you do like to gain a different perspective on things because you are like this seeker. And with this seeker energy, I'm picking up Sagittarius vibe from these men that may be seeing you in this way. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Venus in Sagittarius, as well as Sagittarius in the 7th house. This could be your placement as well as a confirmation in this reading. So it's about you seeking, being a seeker, having different perspectives on life. You're not a one-way thinker. And also, he gets that vibe that, like, you're very optimistic. You have a positive mindset. And you can see that the glass is full, not half full, because you are really optimistic. Let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? You have here the Page of Cups. Well, with the Page of Cups energy, this is water sign energy, cups, emotional, Pisces, Cancer, and a Scorpio. So you know what he picks up about you? That you're very sensitive, very mysterious. He feels like you have a great imagination, and you can be a bit emotional. He definitely picks that up. And specifically here with this Page of Cups, he can survive that you can definitely have a new love when you want one. He really feels like it's just totally up to you. You can have anyone that you want. He feels like there are a lot of male suitors or men just waiting to be a part of your life, to be a part of your everyday connection. He also picks up a vibe that you do some sort of volunteer work. You are very generous with your time when it comes to the right thing. You're not just going to be volunteering all over the place, but it's like your charitable heart. He picks that up. Let's get more insight. What vibes plus energy do you give off to men? Engagement ring. Look at the engagement ring coming up. And Spirit just gave us the insight about that new love energy. How he feels like, yeah, you can have a new love anytime you want a new love. It's really up to you. This engagement ring energy is about a partnership. So thank you, Spirit, for this wonderful confirmation coming out. Commitment. He feels like, someone would definitely want to be with you for eternity. You would be a completion when it comes to a union. That deep partnerships, loyalty, trust. You're very trustworthy when it comes to a partner. And he would definitely want to put a ring on it. And if you don't have a ring on your finger, men look at you and they're like, why doesn't she have a ring? I know she's wifey material. Oh my goodness, that guy, whoever is with her or was with her, he has to be crazy. This is literally what they think because they feel like you are wifey goals. Let's get more insight. Because they feel like you would be like just really emotionally invested in the relationship. Let's get more. What vibes do you give off to men? Cougar, assertive. So with this cougar, assertive energy showing up, this is about how you don't mind being silent. You are assertive, but you don't mind being silent. And in your silence is where you do find power. He picks up the energy also that you are a leader. You have a leadership role. And you know where you want to go. You know what you want to do. This cougar energy represents courage that you do exude and confidence. You have that about you when it comes to your creative ideas, your goals. You have the confidence to succeed. And he knows that. So let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? And you have here the Lovers. Look at the Lovers card showing up along with the Page of Cups and the engagement ring. Your reading is accurate AF. Thank you, Spirit, for the wonderful confirmations in this reading, just back to back. Lovers card, deep partnership. You would be committed in a relationship. You're loyal. You're honest. You are trustworthy. And he knows that. He also gets the vibe that if he could come together with you, or any man come together with you, there would be strength together in the relationship. I love this showing up. Lots of love and harmonious vibes when it comes to this lover energy that he picks up. Let's get more insight. Wow. What vibes and energy do you give off to men? Tenth house, authority. So with the 10th house and authority showing up here in your reading, the 10th house, let me just point out, is in the birth chart, and there are 12 houses in a birth chart. But the 10th house, it rules over your public image, career, your legacy, and it is ruled by the zodiac sign Capricorn. So Capricorn could be in the top placement of your birth chart, sun, moon, or rising, seventh house of relationships, or the planet Venus. It could also be in the top placements of these men that see you as this leader and having this leadership role. And Spirit just gave us this insight just moments earlier with the cougar energy showing up. So I love the correlation between the 10th house of authority and the cougar card coming out. What a wonderful confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So yes, he sees you as being able to take care of yourself, a very committed partner, very assertive. You can go get it. But he also feels like you give off the vibe like a man would want to take care of you. So you can get it yourself, but you can also have someone to get it for you, meaning he would want to give you everything that he has. So group 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.